name's Jenna and welcome to Vardaesia Week Day 5. If you don't know what Vardaesia Week is, I will be leaving a link in the description box below to our announcement video and our challenge announcements and everything else you need to know. I'm co-hosting this week with Kaysia from the channel Kaysia. We are so excited to be doing this for the release of the final book in Lynette Noni's Medoran Chronicles series, Vardaesia. So for today's video, we did a lot of thinking and we sort of said to ourselves, what if people don't have time to reread these 4 books before they get a chance to read Vardaesia? A lot of people are not against rereading, but sometimes you just don't have enough time to reread books, or you've got so many other books on your TBR that you really ought to be reading first, not shaming anyone but myself here. So we decided we would give you guys a bit of a recap as to what happened in these first 4 books so that you are all caught up and ready for when you get to read Vardaesia. So I will be recapping Akane and Raylia, and Kaysia will be recapping Dracora and Graevale over on her channel. Definitely go and check that one out after you finished viewing this video. Obviously there are going to be massive spoilers for these 4 books, so do not watch our videos if you have not yet had a chance to read any of them. Okay, so let's get started. So in the first chapter of Akane, we are introduced to Alexandra Jennings, and we are told that her parents are leaving her at an international boarding school as they are headed off to Russia on a archaeological dig, and they will not have phone contact for the next foreseeable future. Alex doesn't even get a chance to enroll in the International Academy, as instead she walks through a doorway and ends up in the mystical world of Medora. There she meets Avon Dalmata, who is someone she doesn't particularly like, finds him kind of creepy but also super attractive, and he kind of insinuates that he knew she was going to be there and that the two of them are destined to do great things together. Immediately following Avon, she meets Jordan and Bear, and the 3 of them discuss the fact that she came from another world and the fact that they can all speak the same language even though there is no England in this new world. It's actually kind of cool. Jordan and Bear explain to Alex that she is now in Medora and that people in this world have gifts, and those children who have gifts attend Akane Academy. They take her down to the academy where they run into Carter, one of the teachers there, who then takes them all to see Administrator Jarvis, where he reveals that Alex has been expected. The headmaster is the only one who is able to get her home, however he is off on a scouting mission which he does once every 5 years in order to find more students for his school. Alex is tested for her potential, is given a roommate, and is then sent off to bed before she starts classes the next day. Over the course of a couple months, Alex starts to attend classes and finds herself really enjoying it. Alex begins attending classes and has her friends Jordan and Bear with her. Her roommate DC absolutely does not like her, and the 2 girls kind of get off to a little bit of a rocky start. And then one day during one of their classes, Akane Academy experiences a lockdown. Using Jordan's gift, Jordan, Bear and Alex decide to investigate the lockdown, and they end up overhearing a lot of teachers until they get caught by Hunter, the SAS teacher, who sends them back to class. Alex decides she wants to investigate the archives to see if she can find out more about Avon Dalmata and who he is, so Jordan and Bear take her to the library. Although Alex is not able to find anything in the archives, Jordan and Bear decide to have some fun, and the 3 of them go to what is nicknamed the hopscotch room. Basically a room with lots of different floor tiles, and if you step on a certain one, something will happen. It is during this trip that Alex meets Darius, and she learns that she has been both called from Freya and chosen by the library. Not many people answer the call, but she did when she walked through the doorway, and she is chosen by the library, which means she will be able to access more of its secrets than anybody else. Alex continues on with her classes until she decides to take a second trip to the library, where she meets and befriends Sir Camden after first saving herself from him trying to kill her by giving him back his head. So eventually we get to Caldoris, which is the Medoran equivalent of Christmas, and Alex spends it in Woodhaven with the Ronigans, including Bear, Jordan, Bear's parents, siblings, and his grandmother Gammy, who makes the most amazing apple pie. It is here that Alex meets Lady Mystique for the first time at Ye Olde Bookshop. Lady Mystique appears to know Alex. Alex of course does not know her. Lady Mystique gives her a number of gifts for her to give to the rest of the Ronigan family. Gifts which somehow cause discomfort because a lot of them are gifts that Alex should not have been able to get her hands on. It is also here that Alex receives a shadow ring for Caldoris, which has enough shadow in it for 3 walks. Something that she does not understand what that means until much later. Alex, Jordan and Bear then attend a New Year's Eve gala at Chateau Chandelle, which actually turns out to be Jordan's childhood home, and it is here that she is threatened by Marcus Sparker, who is of course Jordan's father. Darius comes to the rescue, and Alex is swiftly taken back to Akane, where she comes face to face with her roommate DC, who is once again unhappy to see her. Fast forward a little bit, and Alex returns to the library to find that it is sentient, and she is actually able to hold a conversation with it. The library gives her a choice and offers her a doorway in order to return to Freya. However, it does warn that if she goes through the doorway, she will never be able to return. Alex decides to stay in Medora as she feels as though her job here is not yet done. Fast forward a few months, and and we get to the end of the school year where Avon returns and actually kidnaps both DC and Alex and forces Alex to find the doorway to Maya for him and then open it so that he can return to his lost city. He tries to claim Alex and force her to kill DC, however Alex's gift of willpower manifests itself and therefore she is able to break away from his claim and does not open the doorway for him to return to Maya. Instead, Avon throws his dagger at DC intending to kill her and Alex blocks it with her own body, leaving her stabbed in the back. It punctures a lung, I'm pretty sure, and she is rushed to Fletcher in order to save her life. It is revealed that DC is actually the Princess of Medora and she and Alex become fast friends. It is also revealed that Darius is in fact the headmaster who could have sent her home at any time. However, he knew that she was not yet done in this world. He then gives her another choice. Does she want to return to Freya? And Alex decides no, she would very much like to come back to Medora as she's made some really great friends here. Moving on to Raylia, we start a few months after the events of Akane. We find out that Alex's parents did notice that she was missing for approximately 9 months and Alex was forced to tell them the truth about Medora, even going so far as to open a doorway, dragging them there so that they can have a chat with Professor Marcel so that he will be able to convince them to let her return to school. Alex's parents decide to come to Medora with her and so she hides them away in the library, who conjures up some very real looking Freyan history sites for them to archaeologically dig. The beginning of this book sees Alex at DC's birthday party and it ends with her kind of assaulting the king and queen as she is trying to stop Jordan and Bear from discovering DC's secret. Of course, this all goes terribly wrong and Jordan and Bear find out that DC is in fact the princess after all, but they don't care, they just want to be her friend. Classes start up at Akane and everything is relatively normal until Alex finds herself in the middle of the forest when she comes across Avon and one of his associates and she is attacked by a vicious beast. Avon does not see her, however, and so she travels through the trees in order to get back to Akane, on the way finding a locket which just happens to be in the trees. Back at Akane, Alex is informed by Hunter that she has succeeded in joining his SAS class despite her telling him that she never actually tried out. At her first SAS class, Alex meets the rest of her classmates, including Skylar, who she is paired with. The two of them are sent out into the forest to avoid traps and to find a pre-programmed bubble door which will send them back to the beginning of the class. However, instead Alex finds herself stepping in the middle of a mushroom circle where she is transported to Raylia and she meets Lady Mystique, who once again tells her that it is time for her to find Maya. It is also during this time Darius has discovered that Avon has claimed a number of gifted humans over the past 70 or so years. In light of this new information, Alex, Jordan, Bear and DC do decide to go to Maya. However, the doorway Alex is able to open in the library opens up in Raylia, which is a sacred site for the Mayarans. Alex and co are discovered by Kaya, who threatens to kill them and then decides instead to take them into Maya to meet the royal family. We do so, and in addition to meeting Kaya, we also meet Roka and Zane, and on page 166 we meet Nikes. Just had to put that in there. Page 166. It is here that it is revealed that Alex has access to Avon's Medoran blood, however it is disinherited so she is not able to do things such as use the Valus path, but she is able to heighten her senses and her speed in order to fight Roka blindfolded. It's also here that it is discovered Avon's dagger from Akane is now Alex's and is a dagger named Ayanara, who seems to be sentient in a certain way. It can be lengthened to become a sword, it can be shortened to become a dagger, and it seems to disappear into a void whenever Alex has no need of it. We then have a very unorthodox camping trip, aka an SAS field trip, where Hunter sends his class out into the wilderness and instructs them to find their way home. This involves things such as traversing across a ravine using nothing but a rope, walking through a desert, walking through mountain ranges, traveling using a raft on a river, and Alex also infiltrating the Suri outpost by pretending to be Princess Delucia Cavell. We also get a cute little Calyx moment in this book, which is awesome. Caden puts his hand on Alex's knee and it's really adorable, and honestly there needs to be more Calyx, but I kind of love the amount that we have. The SAS class then attends Sir Graham Oswald's dinner party in order to rescue Samson Graver, who was a juggler who ended up being incarcerated during his time there. However, Avon crashes the party and Alex is given confirmation that he is indeed claiming gifted humans, and it is also revealed to Avon that she has been to Maya. Avon and Alex duel, and it is revealed to Avon that Ayanara now belongs to Alex, something he is not happy about, let me tell you. A few months go past and nothing exciting really happens until Jordan reveals that his parents have called him back to Chateau Chandelle for the weekend, something that DC is determined for him not to do. However, he decides to go anyway. When he returns, he is not the same Jordan that he once was, but no one quite knows why. On the day everyone is leaving for Caldorus break, Alex is tricked into believing that Avon has kidnapped Darius barriers and is then tricked into opening a doorway into Maya in order to allow Avon to return. They arrive in Raelia only to find that they have been tricked by Skylar, who is one of her SAS classmates who can transform her appearance into someone else. Avon then murders Skylar in front of her, and it is revealed that he also claimed Jordan, as he has showed Jordan footage of his brother alive and well, even though his brother took his own life a few years back. Despite things looking very grim for Alex, she manages to use one of the shadow walks in her ring in order to get away from Avon. Alex, Bear and DC decide to go to Woodhaven for Caldoris anyway because they do need a break from the academy, but they do go with heavy hearts knowing that Jordan has been claimed by Avon. And there you go, that is where we leave everybody at the end of Raelia. If you need a recap of what happened in Dreadcora and Graevale, do not forget to travel over to Kaysia's video in order to get those two. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what is your favorite part of these books, because I would absolutely love to know, and I also want to know which of these books is your favorite. Mine is and always will be Graevale, despite certain events. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.